Hello Flosstube and welcome to an exciting video. This is Release-a-palooza. I can't remember when I last had a new release, but today I have got five new releases. So one or two of these are charts that have been around for a while that I just haven't got around to stitching up. One or two of them are things that you might have seen previously when I was working on them on my Instagram, and one or two of them have been previously available through Patreon, but they are all now available, and some of them you absolutely won't have seen at all before. So I have spent the afternoon fully finishing things, which has been very exciting and very fun. I haven't done that for a little while. I have filmed some footage. I don't know how well the filming has gone. I haven't checked it yet, of the finishing process. So it may just be that you never get to see that, and all you get to see is these lovely finished items. This is the round robin. And so he was inspired not really by Christmas at all. You will know if you've been watching my videos this year, I have been part of an Ink Circles round robin. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I have sent off my last piece of stitching and I've received my finished stitch piece. So I am done with the round robin. And as a little thank you to the other girls who are stitching with me, I designed and sent them this little round robin chart. And then I was like, well, actually lots of people are in round robins. They also might like a round robin chart. And actually, he's cute enough that you can make him a Christmas robin, I guess, if you wanted to. You could certainly sparkle him up if you wanted to. So mine was stitched on perforated paper. It's backed with some green felt and a green hanging ribbon. I only had white perforated paper and I was like, oh, that's a shame. And I had thought that what I would do was just colour in the perforated paper with like a black Sharpie. But actually, I really like it with the white edge. I think that adds to the sort of cartoony feel of the whole thing. If you choose to stitch it not on perforated paper and not as a sort of cut out ornament, there is and I can't remember exactly, I think it's here charted a little bit that sort of indicates movement. I mean, I think he's quite bouncy anyway, so if you stitch that, you'll see on the chart there's also a little bit here that you could add little movement lines to him. So that's round robin. He uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colours of DMC, although the two little white dots in the eye, you literally only have 2 stitches in that colour. Literally use anything pale that you've got. I've charted it for white, but mine isn't a white, it's an off-white. Yeah, and it's a small stitch. I haven't got in front of me the stitch count details, but I will put them here. Obviously it is full coverage, but it's a circle, so you know you're not stitching that whole square, you are only stitching the bird itself. It took me less than 2 evenings, and I think that's true of almost all of these that I've got to show you. They are not long stitches. This one is easy to do by colour completing. I did the black border and the beak and the tail and the eye first, and then I went in and put the darker red circles in the breast, filled in with the paler red, and then similarly with the brown I went in, I can't remember, I think I might have done the darker brown first and then filled in with the light, but you could do it either way. So there's quite a lot of very mindless stitching in that as well. Super quick. Like I say, I chose to finish mine with a lime green felt, but you could finish yours any way that you wanted. So that is round robin. What's next? Let's move a little bit more Christmassy, although I think this is, it could definitely still be just counted as wintry. This is Mistletoe Bow. Mistletoe Bow. Can we get that to focus at all? Let's put it right in front of my face. There we go. That is now going to be my thumbnail, obviously. Mistletoe Bow. So I don't know about you, but I don't see a lot of mistletoe charts. We get holly and ivy. Sorry, I apologise for my things. I've been doing all my fully finishing, including a little bit of painting, and I've still got paint on my hands. Anyway, it's dry, it's all fine, it's not coming off. I do quite often have paint all over me. It is just the way it is. Anyway, so this is Mistletoe Bow. There are 3 shades of green and 2 shades of red. I will put some suggested DMC colours, but frankly, I just picked out some colours from what was lying around my chair where I stitch. So it may not be exactly the same colours as mine, but I will pick out some pretty similar DMCs. I think quite often what you see is when people think they're doing mistletoe, you get red berries, and mistletoe doesn't have red berries. Holly has red berries. Mistletoe has these really pale, sort of just off-white, greenish white berries. And so this is a pale colour, but as you can see, I have done some sort of partial outlining shading on the berries. And so you can stitch them on any fabric that you want. This is a scrap of some neutral colour that I don't know what it is. Mine is 40 count, I'm pretty sure. So it's come out quite small. If you were to stitch this, obviously on a lower count fabric, you could end up with something much bigger that would be a nice sort of pillow size finish, something like that. But I think it's super sweet as this ornament. I think, yeah, I talk about this in the finishing video if you ever get to see the finishing video. I think I probably would have done this a little bit smaller as a finish, but I think it's fine as it stands. So that is Mistletoe Bow. And again, a couple of evenings work in this, not a huge stitch. Right, this is one that you've certainly seen the chart for before if you follow me on Instagram, and I think it's been available. It was available as a free download on Instagram this time last year, and it's been on my Patreon shop for a while, but it is now available as a paid chart, and I have got a fully finish. This is Velociraptor Present for you. Velociraptor Present for you. Yeah. So this came out of an Instagram exchange. I can't remember who it was. A year or so ago, somebody saying, why aren't there more dinosaur Christmas patterns? And I'm like, why aren't there more dinosaur Christmas patterns? So I designed this one. I will say, when I was just, so as I was stitching this, I was thinking, oh, I could do another one. I could do one Tree Rex. Nice pun. So I thought, well, I'll just Google it and check. Anyway, there are a ton of Tree Rex cross stitch patterns. So I haven't done one because you can go and get one of those. There is also, I only found one, but there might be others. Emma Congdon has a Velociraptor Present for you. It is a very different chart, you know, very different design in her style. But just so you know that if you like the pun but don't like my chart, you could go and check her out. The pun is not original, I think, to either of us. I really enjoyed stitching this one. And as you can see, I've finished it as a super over-the-top gift tag that you could then write your message on the back. But I think it would be a really fun one to do, like for a Christmas s'mores exchange. And then you could put some, you know, wrapped presents with dinosaur themes in with it. Or just to do it for you. I mean, I just think it's super fun. The Velociraptor in a Christmas sweater, Christmas jumper, fairy lights, or possibly pom-pom garland. Up to you. If you stitched it in metallics, you can definitely call that fairy lights. I think mine is a little bit more pom-pom garland. Whichever. Velociraptor Present for you. Again, there may be a video showing you how I finished this, but there might not be. This is some sari ribbon that I bought. A whole sort of bag full of all the colours of the rainbow sari ribbon. So I used the gold and the red on here. So that's Velociraptor Present for you. Another quick stitch. They're all quick stitches. Not into big stitches at the moment. Okay. Oh, now I have to go and get a prop for this one. Meet Penelope Penguin. Her sequins are coming off. I need to sort that out for this Christmas. I made Penelope Penguin in my art class a number of years ago, and I love her. I just love her. She's papier-mâché. There's a super cheap 50p plastic mixing bowl at her base, and then there was a balloon. I don't think there's still a balloon in there. And papier-mâché, cardboard feet and wings and bead, massive googly eyes. Painted her, and then on her wings I used some sort of mesh that I got that's a little bit sparkly, and then obviously blinged it up with a lot of jewels because she's a party penguin. Similarly, on her sort of main body, this has got like organza, really cheap organza, sort of cut up into bits and then glued down to give her a little bit of a feathery look. Her white chest has got strips of white muslin that are fraying, that again give it a little bit of a look. She's got sequins because, you know, she's going out for party. She's got her best jeweled shoes on. I don't know if you can see that. And obviously she's got her sparkly P for Penelope Penguin jumper on. But Penelope thought she would like a Christmas wardrobe. I do need to glue that bit of sequin back on. Anyway, don't mind me. This is not how to make your papier-mâché penguin. This is how to make party penguin going to a Christmas party. So this is party penguin. It's Penelope, you can tell, because it's an orange penguin, and she is wearing her Christmas jumper with a Christmas tree on it. I loved stitching her. I loved designing and stitching her. I love Penelope, and I just love that she is now immortalised in cross stitch. Sorry, Charlie, that is quite a noisy toy. Could you go and eat your rest of your dinner in your fluff ball? I'm going to move this one out of the way. Excuse my dog. He's got a ball that has got a little opening in it, and so he can roll it around and get food out of it. But it is quite a noisy one, isn't it? So we're not going to do it just now. No, we're not. So this is Penelope. She is finished. There are 2 layers of foam core board cut to shape in there. There's black felt on the back, and then I just glued a trim around. I was going to stitch it. That's how I would normally do it. And then I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to see how it works with the glue. And quite a lot of this is not even glue. It's double-sided sticky tape. So it's super easy to finish. Yeah. She also comes with charts for 2 other Christmas jumpers. So if the Christmas tree is not your jam, she also has one that says Noel and one that has a snowman on it. You will get all 3 Christmas jumpers in the chart. Can't say fairer than that. Obviously, it's your choice whether you want to stitch Penelope or, shall we say, a less party penguin. You could stitch the wings in black if you were that sort of person. Just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. But you've got the Christmas jumpers and you've got the penguin, and it's up to you whether you make your penguin orange or pink or lime green or, you know, black, I guess. I don't know why you'd want to, but you could have a black penguin. So that's party penguin. And then finally, this again is one that you will have seen if you follow me on Instagram, and it has been available as a Patreon chart, but I've now not only stitched it, I've fully finished it. It is a little bit still wet with glue, and stuff has been falling off it. So I'm a bit nervous, but I'm going to hold it up. This is Blessed Needle. May your needle be blessed and your stitches be neat. May your home be happy and your life be sweet. This finish is based on a sort of stand-up thing that I bought at Hobbycraft a year ago for £2, I think, maybe £2.50, and they had them in different sort of shapes. And I bought it not quite knowing what I was going to do with it, and I ended up, because this is acrylic, it's got a sort of clear acrylic board inside this, which I didn't really like. And I thought I could remove but couldn't. So in the end, I've made this sort of patchwork sleeve that sits on top of it. But the actual cross-stitch design is a square, so it would fit really nicely in a little square frame. It could even be a square pillow. Yeah, this is based on my childhood home, so it's really special to me, and I really love it. I think if you like the idea of doing a near sampler, but you don't want to do a huge big project that's going to, you know, take you all of January with all your stitching time, this is one that you could do, but just is much smaller and quicker. I'm going to have this standing by the front on a cabinet near my front door. I'm I'm not really a big one for manifesting. I don't think that really is how things work. But for me, this is a prayer. But it's also a kind of wish that you might give to somebody. You know, when we send greetings cards and they say this sort of thing, we don't mean that we are manifesting that for them. We just, you know, wish them well. So I like this as a little blessing sampler. I did have 3 spools lined up here. I've lost one. I've no idea. Like I say, the glue is still a bit wet on this. I think it would look better with 3 spools. Obviously, you can do the finish however you want, but I have taken footage of me making this. It's a bit quick and dirty. You could do a better job. It's fine. I'm happy with it how it is. Yeah, I am really happy with it, actually. I think you couldn't tell that this has got a plain acrylic stand there. And this was this is a little wooden stand that I've just painted with some cheap craft acrylic and stuck the lace trim on. So those are my 5 new charts from Roz Clark Craft. You will be able to find them all in my Etsy shop. I think, yeah, Patreon is still a little bit of a uncertainty at the moment. At some point, I plan to restart it. And if I do, they will be in my Patreon shop and potentially slightly cheaper. But at this point, Etsy is where you can buy my charts. So quick reminder, there is round robin, mistletoe bow. I'm going to try and hold all of these, and I can't. Apparently, I can't even hold 2 without dropping them, so we'll see how this goes. Velociraptor present for you. He can go at the back. Yeah, this is not going to work really, but anyway. Party penguin with, don't forget, multiple Christmas jumper options. And then finally, blessed needle. All new from Roz Clark Craft, available now. There you go. I have nothing else to say about these. Thank you for watching, and potentially keep watching my channel just to check. If you're not subscribed, if you're not following, there may well be finishing tutorials for all of these coming soon. Who knows? All right, see you next time. Thank you.